A lot of the times, the most miserable people, the people that hurt the most, are very quiet. Silent pain, as I like to call it, is what a lot of people have. And a lot of that comes from people not feeling like they have the room to speak about something, the right people around them, or if they've spoken up many times in their life and they've either got shunned for it or people took their vulnerability for granted, took advantage of it, used it against them, and everything under the sun. And it's sad that people can be hardened by their circumstances and feel like they can't reach out, can't talk to anybody, can't move on from the things that have scarred them in the past. And it's really a lot of people out here who are hurt, and you'll never know it. Those people that go to the gym 25 times a day, yeah, they may be consistent and disciplined, but they probably out here using that as an outlet. The man in the warehouse that slammed that bag down just a little bit too hard, yeah, he probably working hard, but he probably working through something too. That person that laugh and joke and smile and just, they're a comedian all day and night. They may be clever, they may be funny, but they probably laughing a whole lot of pain away. And I know a lot of people like that. I'm like that in many ways myself. I used to call it, the mask. I put the mask on, When I'm leaving out the room, I got to grab the mask. Nobody can see me down. I can't let nobody see me like that. I've had people that use my vulnerability against me. I had people that try to clown me for feeling some type of way about certain things. I can't let nobody see me like that. And then it's a bunch of people that depend on people that are hurting the most. And they're not going to let anybody see them crack. And that's a sad world. It is. It's lonely. And a lot of people may not think about it on the surface, but a lot of people don't realize how much they are hurting. And I've talked about this. There's a lot of things that are baking, cooking inside of you. And until something triggers you, you don't realize what's been hurting all along. That stuff builds up over and over and over. And some old man that I hunt with, and we call him old man, he that's my guy. I love that dude to death, but he will laugh and joke with you all day and night. But I finally seen some vulnerability from him the other day because he was wearing a veteran's hat. And I recognized it, and it just didn't really click to me. And then he was talking about war one day. This was a few days ago. And I said, Mr. B, you served, right? And he said, yeah, I did. I said, well, thank you for your service. And he was like, and it was just this look in his eyes. I could just see all the pain. And my brother was joking, and he said they couldn't send me to war. I wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight, even if Welch's gave me a contract. And he said, oh, yes, you would. He said, I didn't think I would. And he fought in Vietnam. But he was just talking about all the stories and how scared he was and how he would let mosquitoes bite him on the hand just so he could get sick, so he could go home, and how people would get so excited right before they would leave and they would end up dying. Or, they had to make a rule when you were a month from being returned back to home, they had to take you off of the field, take you off of those front lines because you would start to get excited and your mind would be elsewhere and you would end up getting killed or hurt or getting somebody else killed because you weren't there. And it's like a man that can laugh and joke and smile like that and has so much charm can be hurting that much inside. And he didn't have no cakewalk life up until that point. Grew up in a very racist town. Seen his friends, cousins, associates get killed, sawed in half, thrown in rivers. And he was next. Caught a truck out of town. Came down here closest to where I am now. And just started a life. Built a business, living a good life, or better than what he, grew up from. But it's things like that that just inspire me a lot, and it makes me want to share more with people and try to help people more. Because that is true inspiration, to be able to push through all of those things while dealing with all of those things, but still make a better life for you, and then go on to have children and grandchildren and make sure that they live a better life than you do. That is real motivation. That is a real role model. That is what people should be looking up to, in my opinion. And it just hurts me though, because a lot of those people, they don't have anybody to talk to. Most people don't see that pain and they just don't want to talk to people. So my message today is, if you feel like you're one of those people, if you're dealing with something, if you have that silent pain, please go talk to someone. Talk to someone. Even if you have to rant in my comments, if you have to send an email, if you have to DM me, I may not get back to all those things, but just talk to somebody. Let these things off your chest, because it will help you. There's somebody out there that's willing to listen. There's somebody out there that's willing to listen that you don't even know about. They don't even know you, but they want to hear about you. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job at creating an audience that's, they pretty cool with each other. They kind of fend for each other. I be seeing y'all in the comments. Y'all be sharing stories with each other, be giving each other advice. And that's what I wanted to build from the start. That's what I wanted to build from the start. And that's the type of stuff that I want to promote, from here on out. And I wanted to mention the sponsor of my video today as well, BetterHelp. I mentioned BetterHelp in a video last month. And if you don't know, they have a system where they can match you with therapists and things like that. You fill out a questionnaire and you'll match with a therapist. But the thing is, you can do these things in your own personal time. You don't need this. You don't need to listen to me. You can do these things on your personal time. You can journal. You can talk to your friends. You can talk to your family. There's outlets, many outlets for you to talk to people. But me having a platform that I have, I can give you an alternative. So like I said, you can fill out a questionnaire. It'll match you with a therapist. At any time, if you feel like you've matched with somebody and they're not a perfect fit for you, you can change that with no extra cost. If you feel like you're going through times and you're anxious and you don't really have anybody to talk to on a personal level, and you can't really figure things out on a personal level, then you can outsource. It's something I've done, my mother have done, my family have done, many people around me have done. And it's just amazing to see the growth, especially from people that you've never really seen hurting, but it's just a certain glow that people have when they start to get things off their chest. A lot of my pain that I've had in the last, just say 2 years, came from me holding stuff in and not being willing to speak, because it felt like it got me nowhere. But it's very important to speak. And I feel like a lot of times when you actually speak about what's going on with you, it's more so you listening to what's going on with you. Because when we go through things, we build a certain strength, a certain ignorance about ourselves, it's like an armor. You have too much resilience, and that can be dangerous. It's like not having pain receptors. But then when you start to become vulnerable, you start to hear what's actually going on inside of you. And when you start to hear what's inside of you, then you start to process these things and you start to work through them instead of pushing them down. And it kind of gives me that same mentality of just being still and listening when things start to crumble, because that's when you can hear the signs. That's when you can hear the messages and what you're going through. If you're religious, that's when you can hear the voice of God. You start to hear, oh, this is what I need to do. This is what's going on. This is why this is happening. This is what I need to do. When you be still, when you be quiet, when you're vulnerable, when you're willing to move through things, that's when things will get better. So with that being said, if that's an option that you are interested in, click the link in my bio. I'll put it up on the screen, and that'll be another method for you to use to heal. But I want you to understand also that no matter how old you are, no matter how much you go through, it's never too late to heal. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because I see so many comments of people. They'll hear all this and they say, well, I'm too old, I've lived too long, and it's too late for me, or I've been through too much. It's never too late. It's never too late for anything. When you quit, yeah, it's done. When you stop trying, of course you failed, because you stopped. But if you have the courage to keep going and to keep fighting, there's nothing on this earth that you cannot accomplish. There's many people who look at their careers and they're like, oh, well, I started too late. There's no way I can do this. There was a lady, her dream was to be an actor. Booked her first role at the age of like 96. What do you mean it's too late? What do you mean? As long as you are above ground, as long as you have air pumping into your lungs, blood running through your veins, it is never too late to heal. It is never too late to keep pushing forward and trying something new. Every day is a new day. It's a new year. It's a new lifetime. You got 24 hours at a time. Use those like they are your last. Make them count. Don't count the days. Make the days count. And when you do that, you'll start to see some progress in your life. You'll start to see things clear up. Because when you're fighting, when you're really going through it, life becomes a blur. And life will move fast like that too. The days will be long, but the years will be short. You'll be sitting there going through all of that, just head down, just going through all of it, going through all that misery. And then you look up, you done graduated school. You've been at this job for 5 years and you still not fulfilled, but you still got something going on in here that's got you locked in, got your head down, and you don't see what's going on around you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You just numb to it all. So I've been there. And if I could save anybody from getting to that place, I'll do my best, because it is not a place you want to be in. To be numb, to be cold, to be hardened by life is not where you want to be. I guarantee that. So I really just wanted to get on and talk about that today, and also bring some awareness to people who treat people, with no respect, or that treat people bad and you don't know their story. For your safety, I'm going to just let you know something. Be careful how you speak to people. Be careful how you treat people, because you never know what's going on in somebody's mind. That calm old man, that laughing joke will probably shoot you in the face if you mess with him the wrong way. That person who's shy and timid but carries a pistol, they are more likely to shoot you. You just running up to people, recording people, treating people bad, doing all these things. People really got a lot on their mind. And just for the sake of positivity and harmony in this world, treat people how you want to be treated. Because you don't know what a person is going through. A person can be this close from being a ticking time bomb. A person can be this close from being saved, and just that pinch of positivity that you bring can save them. That pinch of positivity can boost you up in your own life. And don't forget, karma is out here in this world. What you put out is what you get back. So just be very careful. But I'm in that note. I'm all dressed up. I'm about to go out, with my friends and expend a little bit of my social battery. But if I leave you with something today, if you have the opportunity to listen to somebody, to hear somebody out, or to make somebody feel heard, and that somebody can be yourself too, please do so. Because in this world, man, this world is a beautiful place. I will never think otherwise, but it is getting crooked, it is getting nasty, it is getting dark, as if it hasn't already. But if you can just spread a little bit of peace, a little bit of positivity, and a little bit of love in this world, it will be a better place. You're not going to change people from making decisions that you have no control over. You're not going to change the frontline media and the news clips. None of that is going to change. They're going to push that no matter what. But on a personal scale, in your world, you can make this world a better place if you just spread a little bit of love and a little bit of peace and a little bit of positivity, because it goes a long way. So that's what I have to say for today. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm about to go film a vlog too. Actually, a few little pieces for my vlogs. If y'all haven't checked out my vlog channel, check that out. It's simply Shimon. I'll put the link in my bio or throw it up on the screen or something. But it's been a cool little vibe, man. I've been wanting to do something like that for a long time. Just showing people a bunch of different sides. I mean, people think I'm just some calm dude that's just talking like this all the time, just spreading wisdom. I be having fun, man. I be doing everything. My energy be here, my energy be here, my energy be here. It's just whatever I'm feeling. I go fishing, I go hunting, I do whatever. Go out, meet people, talk to people, joke with people. I do a little bit of everything. So I just like documenting my life, man. I like documenting my thoughts and just, sharing what's in my mind and what's on my mind, what's on my heart, what's in my soul. So That's just me, man. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And man, I just appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. So I'm gonna get on out of here. I'm gonna stop yapping in y'all ears, man. I still gotta pack this little travel bag, just a little 1-day trip, 2-day trip, possibly. Just have a little change of clothes or whatnot, my equipment. But that's gonna be it, man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Y'all take it easy. And Shimon Davis is out.